Hello guys, Lit here. So today's video will be about Grand Expeditions, and this video will be quite long because there is a lot of information about Grand Expedition. So first, let's talk about the setup. So for the setup, this is a mid-budget setup, so we're not going to use Arctic Saga. For the map, I'm using T15 with 8 mod with at least 50% item rarity and some monster rarity and some effectiveness. For the tablet, we are using 3 Tradelink Tablet because that is the only tablet you can use on expedition. For the mod, we are looking for increased number of rare monster and increased effectiveness. And the trade link for the maps and the tablet will be on the description. And for the expedition passive tree, for this one we're going to choose Remnants. And for this one, we're going to choose Explosive, only wait for 50% monster to be slain before continuing. This will make the expedition faster. However, the runic spawn with 20% life missing is also not that bad if your build is not strong enough. And the next one will be 10% chance for additional Ferricium Remnants. More Ferricium Remnant is meaning more choices. And here is 25% chance for the Ferricium Remnant to affected by Power Rune. Power Rune is going to make the monster from the Ferricium Remnant more powerful but also more rewarding. And this one will give 25% chance to add additional runic modifier, more modifier meaning more loot. And for the last one, I'm using Desert. The reason why I'm using Desert, the same as my previous video, because Desert provide 15% effectiveness, and it also gives you some pack size here. It also gives you rare monster, and it gives your rare monster have a chance to get modifier, and you also give your rare monster a chance to get double effectiveness. As for the master, I'm using Jado with unexpected missions. Because we are using 8 mod maps, it will be corrupted, and that will give us one additional random modifier. And Eastern Knowledge will give you a better Ferricium Remnants, this is mandatory. And Partial Translation will give a tablet effect, 0 to 40%. And the last one is Keen Appraisal. I got several of a good exceptional item here, so I like to use Keen Appraisal, but you can choose something else. And for the expedition itself, the first thing you're going to notice is we're going to have this kind of icon here, and when you hover them, there will be an Iron Rumors. This Iron Rumors going to tell you exactly what maps inside this expedition area when you click the logbook. And you can see 1 to 3 rumors, like this one have 3. And if you scroll down here, this one only have 1. But this rumor can show more than 3. And the way you know about that, if you have an expedition logbook, you can click them and drop them again. And you can see the rumors change. So this one is not into drink, sulfite, it dry at least. So let's just think of it like NSI. And then if I do this, now it become BSC. Now we have B and C. That basically already 5. I think this one is 6 Grand Expedition logbook. And if you ask me why, I have no idea. I like secret on this expansion, but this is not the one that I will say that this is a good secret. This is a very tedious way to find out how many Grand Expedition inside it. So I really hope they change it into the future, so we can just see how many Grand Expedition we have. But the main point why I want to show you this is because if you find an expedition area that have 5, 6 Grand Expedition, even 7, 8, this is an area where you want to use Arctic Saga if you want to use it. Because that way you extract the most value out of your Arctic Saga. And for the rumor itself, there is a lot of rumors. But number 1, you need to always pay attention is the Fallen Star. If you see a Fallen Star, you always click that logbook. And the reason why you do that is because that Fallen Star will guarantee you a Moor of Fallen Skies. And this Moor of Fallen Sky is a map that will give you guarantee 8 socket Ferricium Remnants. And there is 2 items there that are very expensive, which is Arctic Saga and Perfect Flux. And for the rest of the layout, I tend to ignore the boss and unique map because I don't think they offer that much of a value. So whenever I look for item mod like this, I will only look for this layout. So the more of this layout, the better. For the good layout, there's 3 maps that are really good. Is Cold as Ice, which give you Frigid Bluff. This map has a good layout, it's on open space. And it also have a great remnant. It can give you quantity, it can give you rarity, it can give you more monster. So Cold as Ice is by far is the best one. And the second one is Sulfite. Sulfite going to give you Scotch K. And Scotch K have a good remnant which give item rarity. The same goes for Endless Cliff, it will give you Cracked Peninsula. And Cracked Peninsula also going to give you a good remnant which also give rarity. And the rest for layout, which is not into drink, will give you Stagnant Basin. This one I think have like oil rigs which you can explode. And the next one is Wild Roaming Free, it will give you Last Isle. The remnant in this area will give you experience. But the area itself is pretty good, it's an open space. And the next one is Bleak and Awful. It will give you Barren Atoll. This is an open layout, and this map is a strongbox map. And the last one is Warm but Risky. This is going to give you Praise Prairie. Generally speaking, it's pretty easy to navigate in this layout, but the Remnant is really bad because the Remnant gives you Asmanic Spirit, which in Grand Expeditions doesn't really do a lot. So that is the list of the good layout, and there is 3 layouts that I usually try to avoid. The first one is Unknown Ruins. It will give you Ascian Ruins. Ascian Ruins is a map that have 3 Remnants. You explode 3 of them. You basically can go to the device in the maps where you can reveal an expedition area. So this is basically a free logbook. You cannot control which area that are getting open. It's random, but it's a free logbook anyway. The layout is open, but it have a lot of stairs. And these stairs often become a problem when you try to navigate around. So the next one is something fishy. It's going to give you Bleed Soul. This layout is not too great. It's not the worst one. And the Remnant also not really that good because the Remnant only give you the plus all rest amulet, which is nobody use it. So it doesn't really worth anything. And the last one is the worst one. It try at least, and it's going to give you Slots Gully. And Gully is the worst layout of all of them. It's like a maze basically. However, this layout does have a very good Remnant which give you monster effectiveness. So for the map itself, what we're going to do first is to check all the variations. And for the variation, the most important one is this yellow circle over here. And every rune that inside this yellow circle will be the rune that getting applied to the rest of the remnants. Now you can have one circle, like this one have 2. So you're also going to get, both of them will apply to the rest of the remnants. And there's 2 runes that we are looking for, and you really want to have this rune early on. The first one is the Opulent. It's going to increase the monster rarity. And next you want to have Time. So Opulent and Time is 2 of the strongest one. And after that we have Power, we have Bond, and we have Death. And the next one is the blue rune, Rebirth rune. And this is the only blue rune that you care about. And after that is the rest of the purple runes. So for this one, we have the Opulent, which is pretty lucky. It's right on the start. This is kind of the best case scenario. And this one doesn't have anything good. The rune is also kind of terrible. So we can reroll them using liquid variations. And you cannot choose anything else. As for examples, like if I use this one here, it will choose Opulent, which we already have. And you cannot stack 2 of the same rune. So this one is kind of a waste, but I cannot really change it. It's already logged in. So in this case, I can use this one to get the life rune. This is still a purple rune, so this is still usable. And then for this one, let's see what we got here. We got the bond rune, which is one of the good one. And on this one, we do not have anything. And the reward is not really that good, so I'm just going to reroll them. We don't really get anything good. That's fine. And on this map, you have a remnants, and this one is not really that good, but sometimes some of the remnant is also pretty good, so you want to take them too. And also there is another ground area like this. If you click on this button and open the rune-shaped tome, and you scroll to the bottom, if you still have recipe that undiscovered like this, you want to still open the underground area, because that's how you get the undiscovered rune. Let's continue with this one. This one doesn't have anything good, so let's reroll them. And we already got the Opulent, we got Bond, and as we progress away from the base, now we're not only looking for the reward or the rune like this is Opulent again, we're also looking for a version that have a lot of socket, because you want them at the end of the chain. So this one doesn't really have any use to us. We're going to reroll them. Nothing good here. This one is a 3 Divine, obviously going to take them, you're not rerolling them. And then this one doesn't really get any good, so let's reload them. Nothing good here. So let's see this one. Also nothing good here, so let's reload them. We got that, pretty good. And we have 5 random currency, so that's not that bad. And this one have nothing, but this one has 6 sockets, so I'm going to keep this one first, just in case we don't get any high socket rune. We got 5 here, which is 3 chaos. That's not that bad. With that rune too, we already have that rune, but at this far away from the base, you don't really care that much about the rune anymore. You more care about like how many socket it has, and also like what kind of reward that it gives. Chaos is still pretty good value. It doesn't have anything good. Soul rune is not that bad, but I really want a variation with a high socket, so I will gamble this and do not get anything good, which is fine, I guess. This one 2 chaos. I will just reroll this. Let's see. Doesn't have anything good either. So this one also the same thing. Let's reroll this. This one is a 6 socket, so it's not that bad. Ideally, you want to have like a I don't know, 7, 8, 9 socket as the last of the chain, but I mean, you're not always going to get everything you want. So with this, we're just going to proceed. We already know what we're going to go to first. We're going to take the opulent first. Opulent, it will be always your priority if you have them. So here we're going to take the opulent first, and then we're going to take these two. And then after that, we're also going to want to take this one. This remnant give quantity and rarity of the excavations of the chest, which is still pretty good. And the same with this one, we're going to take this one. One thing about this remnant though, be careful with the downside. Just make sure the downside not breaking your build. So this one, let's go this way. Let's take this one. And I think I will skip this one. It doesn't really have anything good anyway. But I want to get this currency and underground area. And here is number of rare monster is also not that bad. So we can take that one and take this one. And then we can take this one. And then this one is a 6 socket. It doesn't really matter at this point what this one is. I will keep the 6 socket because we are not using Auto Saga. We cannot really expect like we're going to have like a 7, 8, 9 socket all the time. So I'm going to take the 6 socket. 6 socket is still pretty good. And then we're going to take the currency socket here. And then there's also still currency here. And we also take currency here. And then we're going to take the underground area. And then this will be the last one here, I think. Yeah. So we basically set everything up. This is not the best one, obviously. If we get something like 7, 8, 9 rune at the end, that will be better. So I will just show all the result of the remnant from beginning to the end, just to showcase like how the drop progress from the first remnant to the last remnant, so the video doesn't take too long. So this is the result, right? This is a decent map, not super great, but also not super bad. Like we got opulent early on, so that's nice. We just don't have the high socket Verisium. And then after that, we also do not have all the, we also don't have time rune. So it's definitely not the best, but this is pretty good, right? We have 9 divine, and we also have 2 Anomon arts, and this one is worth 28 divine. So 9 divine, 2 null, 1 exalt, 15 chaos, and this one is 28 divine. You still get a really good return, but you really need to learn how to do the expeditions, because whether you do it right or not, it's going to make a lot of difference. So that's basically how the maps run. And just for context, this is the amount of item that we drops. So we do drop a lot of item here. So this is all the drop that I got from 50 maps, and this is after I filter all of it. So I basically take out all the low value items. So this is the one that I will count on just to make the number conservative. So we do get a lot of Verisiums. This is almost 400, which is around the same number when I start with. So if you do your expedition properly, you should be able to sustain your liquid Verisium. And we got a bunch of chaos. I got 7 perfect chaos. This is quite lucky. And then we got some null and a ton of divine. You're going to see a lot of divine. Like if you do your expedition properly, divine is something that I draw very, very often there. Astrid creativity, some cardigan epiphany, and some unique tablet like vision of paradise is for divine, right? So, and I also got 2 Aldo Saga. I know 2 Aldo Saga probably is very lucky on the 50 maps, but I do have a calculation without the Adu Saga, so you guys don't have to worry about it. I also got a bunch of exceptional items. I also got Radfit. This one is 24 Divine. And then these exceptional bases, we actually get a lot of them. Like I got Ancestor Tiara before, I got Kamasan before. I got a lot of exceptional base from Expedition. So using this system map seems like a good idea. I mean, we're going to cost more, but considering how many exceptional items we get, I think it's worth it to do it on T16. So this is all the number. For the cost is 47 divine total. So it's 15 divine for the tablet. The tablet is like 1 divine each. And the map is like total around 6 to 7 divine. So I just put here 7 divine. And the logbook, we just assume that you get 2 Grand Expedition every logbook. So with 50 Grand Expedition, you're going to require like 25 logbook. So the total cost is 47. So it's basically cost you like 1 divine per maps. And the result is we got like 508 divine of raw currency and 110 divine for the exceptional base. And 24, this is for the rapid. So the total revenue is 642. After retouching the cost, we are basically profit 595 divine. So the total time is a little bit harder to calculate because I keep losing my map. But I think my average time per map is like 8 minutes, which is quite slow, I think. I see a lot of people do it a lot faster because their build is a lot stronger than mine. So 7 hours is basically like 8 point something minute per maps average. So the define per map will be like 11.9, so it's like 20 define per maps. And the define per hour is 85 define per hour. This is really, really good for a budget farm. I mean, this is a mid budget, right? It's going to cost you 47 divine, so you still need some currency to start this with. But the return is really, really good. And if I take out the Artu Saga, which is basically like 96 define but just by its own, we are basically like 10 define per maps and 62 define per hour, which is, I think, is still a very, very good number. So if you want to do expeditions, if you don't mind the expedition, because expedition can be quite slow and you have to think a lot, you have to plan. Some people don't like it, some people like it. So if you don't mind the expeditions, I will highly, highly recommend try it out. Even with just a budget version without using any Auto Saga, just to learn how to do the expedition first. When you're already accustomed with the expeditions, you can go for the Auto Saga versions. And also, I think Falcon and Farmer make a video yesterday about it. And I think both of them say that you can actually sustain your Auto Saga. So if you can sustain your Auto Saga, you probably should use this Auto Saga. But you can start with the mid-budget like this, where you can try things out. We can learn how to do that expedition. After you're confident, you can go for the other saga. I think that's it from me. This is all the data that I got from 50 maps, and I really, really try to be conservative. I take out quite a lot of things out from here, so I highly, highly recommend trying this one. This one is really, really good, as long as you're okay with the expedition gameplay. So yeah, I think that's it from me. And as usual, if you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comment below. I will try my best to answer it. Thank you everyone for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.